Uh, all right, guys. This one's a little unscripted, unplanned. I wanted to shoot this one kind of while the moment's still fresh, and honestly, before I lost my fucking nerve. Um, so yesterday I was in Regina. Today I arrived in Brandon, and yesterday evening I shot a video and uploaded it, and that's the one on the loss of identity. If you remember, I was down by the lake, and I mentioned there was a powwow. I could hear it from across the lake, and I said, I kind of mentioned it. I thought about going to check it out, and I did. Um, so I take the bike and I ride along the lake, and it's a beautiful night. The sun's setting. Um, it's nice. It's warm. It's a perfect night, and I've just come from a day where I talked to Chad Wagner, I talked to Sheila Anderson, and just coming off a good day, really. And so go to the powwow. I pull up, park the bike, and I go through the gardens right by the legislature, I guess is what's right there. I don't know. And the gardens are beautiful. Everything's in bloom. You can smell the flowers. It smells amazing. The powwow's going. The announcer at the powwow is telling all kinds of corny jokes in between dances, and everybody's there in their regalia. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a perfect evening. It truly is. And so I just walk up, and I walk to the outside of the circle, and just listening to the drums, and you can hear the drums and the jingle dresses, and it's just everything you see, everything you hear, everything you smell is perfect. And I see this little girl and her mother, and she's in, this little girl, her and her mother both in regalia and jingle dresses, and they're dancing, and it hits me, just this huge, crushing wave of sadness, and just almost utter despair, and it just hits me like a ton of bricks, and I'm just, I'm starting to cry, and I just turn, I walk away, and I'm just head down, trying to get to the bike, walking, like I'm out strolling through the flowers, but really what I'm doing is I'm walking so I don't, I've had a look to see where everybody is, and I'm walking where I can avoid everybody, so nobody sees this big tough guy crying. And I get to the bike, and I can't get that helmet on fast enough. And once the helmet's on, I can't get the sun visor down fast enough so nobody can see. And so that's my life with PTSD. That is for no good goddamn reason. Things can be going amazing. The best things can be happening. Everything I want to be happening can be happening. And suddenly it just takes this turn. And that happens more often than I care to admit. And I'm going to tell you, little girls 2 and 3 years old, that's more often than not, that will bring it on. And it's no mystery to me why that is. I know exactly why that is. So that happens, and like I said, it's nothing new. I've experienced it before. It's nothing new. I ride off, and I'm just trying to be calm, and go get something to drink, and get on with getting back to the Airbnb I was staying at, and editing the video and uploading it. Get task focused, and uh, sometimes I can work through it pretty quick, and sometimes I can't. Sometimes it lingers, and this time it lingered. It's still lingering right now, and so I get up this morning and I get on the bike and I'm headed here to Brandon, and I can feel I'm riding tight. My shoulders, my hands, even like too much pressure on the foot pegs. Like I'm tense, and I can feel it. I'm seizing up, and things are going to sleep and getting numb, and riding a bike and dealing with other drivers is hard enough as it is, and you shake your head at people as it is. But today, I found myself every time somebody made a move, I'm rolling through. Okay, should I be upset? What are they doing? It's that hypervigilance, and that's what I rode like today. And all the stops today, when I stopped to eat, when I stopped to get coffee, when I stopped to get gas, I'm just head down hoping. People see the bike, they want to talk to me about the bike. They see dispatches, ride for veterans written on the side, they want to come talk to me about that, which is exactly why I'm out here. But today I'm just praying nobody talks to me. It's not to be an asshole. I'm tired. I can't. I'm fighting this reaction, and I had a really nice gentleman come up and talk to me. He's riding a Harley, saw my bike, and an absolutely pleasant conversation that I did not want to have, because I'm just amped up, and so I get to Brandon, and I notice that I get off the bike and I have a look, and my chain needs to be cleaned and oiled, and I get poking around, and the shift lever on the bike, the bolts slackened off sometime over the last. Sorry, my phone just died. Just added to the list of shit today. So I noticed the shift lever, the bolt's loosened off, the lever's a little slack, and and it needs to be looked after. And it's not a big deal. I clean some of the gunk off from around it while I'm cleaning the chain and tighten it up, throw a wrench on it. That's it. That's really all it is. But I get my stuff off the bike and I get it into the Airbnb here. And that seems like a huge task. It just seems so absolutely huge. It's nothing. It's really nothing. And I start that fight with myself to get it done. And I just want to go to sleep. That's all I want to do is go to sleep. And that's what I did. I laid down for an hour, set my alarm for an hour and 10 minutes, and my alarm went off, and I turned my alarm off and I went back to sleep because I'm just exhausted. And so finally I get up, a little later in the evening. I go and look after the chain, I do all that, and then I need to eat. And this turns into a whole other thing. I've been on the road for 2 months. I'm sick of eating out. I'm ready to be home. I'm ready to be making my own meals again. So there's, you get that feeling when you don't know what you need to eat, but you don't know what you want. And there's that. But there's more than that. Making a decision has suddenly become almost impossible. I look at Google Maps to see what's around, and I can't decide what I want. Finally, I decide I'm going to go to this pizzeria, and I walk all the way there. And when I show up, it's just like I can't even bring myself to go in. I can't commit to the decision. And then I go to another one, and they're full. And then I decide, I want to go here. I don't know what I want to do, so I call another place, and then I decide I don't want that. Like, it's just the simplest decision, and I can't make it. So I end up going to some shitty fast food place, and because I just want to eat and I want to come back. And even that's a hard decision. Like, even that is, there's so much self-doubt over nothing. And I go in and I order my food, and I don't expect fine dining. But whoever was throwing the slop together just phoned it in tonight, and I'm looking at this plate, and I'm angry. I'm angry, and I'm probably justifiably angry, because whoever threw this together just obviously does not give a shit about what they're doing, and that's reason enough to go up and complain. You know, that would be fair. Now, because of the day I've had, and because I'm amped up, and because it took so much effort just to get there, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, do I want to take this up to the counter and complain? I know I can walk up to that counter and I can assert myself over probably goddamn near anybody I meet. Simple. That's never been a problem. I can articulate. I could probably express my disappointment, if you will, in a very polite but scathing way. I know I can. I have that capability. But I'm sitting there now agonizing over, should I just eat this and be done of it, or should I complain and try and make this right? And I'm terrified to go to that counter. I'm terrified because I'm worried I'm going to go up to that counter and lose my temper, and some kid or some person who's back there slaving for minimum wage in a thankless job is going to have to deal with this type A army asshole who's all pissed off and jacked up over something stupid. And this is the struggle. This is the so in the end I decide I'm not going to go up there, because I don't want to have to manage my reactions. I'm just going to suck it up. And then I feel like I'm being fucking walked over. Like I'm a doormat for not going up and standing up for something that, it's not a big deal, but you got a job to do. You do it. You don't just slough it off the way that it was obviously done. And now I feel like a doormat for sitting here and just taking it and not standing up about it. So there's no fucking winning, Yeah, and I mean that's so. I just eat and I came back here and I just wanted to share that while it was still fresh, and I know goddamn well that the way I feel or the way I felt 20 minutes ago, and certainly the way I felt last night, isn't coming through on camera. Because the moment I get on camera, I'm going to tell you, I know the facade still goes up a bit. It's not all the way down yet. It's not all the way down yet. No way. No way I'm sitting here as collected as I am for the way I felt 20 minutes ago. I was a jittering fucking mess 20 minutes ago. Overseeing a kid at a powwow yesterday. Going from what should have been an absolutely blissful moment to just agony. And yeah, so in terms of me going up and speaking to the girl at the counter tonight, I remember this happened, it's probably close to 10 years ago. I was at a gas station, and an elderly gentleman backed his vehicle into mine. And he did a number on my car. I wasn't sure if I could drive it, and I was pretty upset. And he and I talked and swapped insurance info, all that good stuff. And I remember feeling like such a shithead because I lost my temper. And I said to him, I said, "Sir, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for acting the way I did." And he just kind of he looked at me. He said, "No, you didn't lose your temper. Like everything was good. But inside I was losing it." And when I talk about going up to that counter to complain about my food, and then not doing it, it's because I think I'm so angry, I'm so spun up in my mind that I feel like I feel like it's got to be written all over my face. but I guess it isn't. People don't see it. I've gotten very, very good at hiding it. Very good. I don't even know I'm hiding it. And I'm sure probably if I had gone up to the counter tonight, in my mind that exchange would have probably been very heated, and it would have been very intense because I would have been internalizing that anger and that intensity. But to the girl on the other side of the counter, I probably just would have been your average irate customer. No big deal. But yeah, but it feels huge. The tightness in the chest, just everything. So yeah, so that's been my experience over the last day, and this doesn't happen all the time. It certainly happens more than I tell people, that's for sure. So yeah, I guess what I want you guys to know is I'm not sharing this to reach out for help. I'm not sharing this because, well, I'm struggling. Of course I'm struggling. I struggle every day. And I'm definitely struggling more yesterday or last night and today than most days. And I'm sure this ride's very emotional and it's very exhausting. And I'm sure that's playing on things as well. But I'm sharing this because I got to get over myself. Because I've got to get past trying to be this fucking dude right here, this tough guy, all the time. There's times when I need to be tough. There's going to be times when I need to be tough, sure. There's going to be times for all of us. But it doesn't have to be all the time. And it certainly doesn't have to be when I experience these things. So I want to share it because as much as I've shared other things, I don't think I've shared really how I'm affected, and you know, in the emotional way, and to admit that, you know, I left that powwow last night in fucking tears. I rode off with my visor closed, just bawling, because I saw this beautiful little girl. That's all it takes. So I'll tell you what I want. I don't need people to reach out and ask if I'm okay. I don't need any of that. I'll tell you what I fucking need. I need every tough guy out there like me to go into the comments and just write me too. That's what I want. I know you guys are out there. Every one of you who has moments like this, every one of you, you just see that thing. It sets you off. And you got to go hide from the world. Or you got to pretend, oh fuck, there's dust in my eye. Yeah, it's my allergies. Whatever goddamn excuse you use. You know what? Just write me too. That's what I want. I want to know. I want to know I'm not alone. Same way I want you guys to know you're not alone. Shit, sorry. But yeah, so that's my day today. So tomorrow I'll be headed to Shiloh, and gonna go just hang out there, see who's around, see if anyone wants to come talk. If not, I'll just plug away, maybe do some schoolwork. Gotta get ready for that. And again, everybody, you know, I don't want you to worry about me because I am. I'm not okay, but I'm okay. And this is exactly why I'm here. This is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I need to start sharing it. Because if I don't share it, I'm just going to carry it for the rest of my life. And by the Jesus, I don't want to. I'm sick of it. So, you know, am I going to avoid... Am I going to avoid kids the rest of my life? You know, am I going to avoid, you know, am I going to worry that every time I'm having a good moment and every time I experience something that, like last night, was just beautiful, that this is going to happen, and I'm going to skulk off for a day and a half and just wrestle with it instead of just letting it go. So that's why I'm doing this. And you know, if this video upsets you, I'm sorry. If this video upsets any of those people who care about me, I'm sorry. You know, but it's okay. It's what needs to happen right now. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm sure you'll be hearing from me again very soon. If you're in Shiloh, come check me out in Savvy Yard. All right. Have a good night.